Hi, I've got some more video which I took on the 17th of December 2020 when I went to collect my second camera I'd left with the engineers to record some restoration for me. There was nobody, well there was somebody in the hangar, and that was Alan, but there was the only two of us just wandering around. Nobody else was working. The first shots were taken through the aperture where the tailplane on the starboard side fits. Split. Pointed the camera towards the back of the fuselage, and the shot showed the mosquito being framed by the rear bulkhead, which looked quite good. The tubes on the port side of the aircraft, on the right hand side as we look at the picture, are for operating the elevators and the rudder. I then turned round and faced the camera to the front of the Lancaster in the other part of the fuselage. What drew my eye was the two holes in the bomb bay bulkhead. There were no covers on these, and I just wondered what they were for. The camera doesn't show the details, whether there's any screw holes or bolt holes, but if Brad or Gerb can tell me what they're for and do they have covers on, I'd be very interested. On this shot, in the centre of the picture is a horizontal jack which operates the flaps. This is situated just in front of the back of the rear spar as we're looking at it now. This is a double action cylinder jack with piston rods at both ends. Now this controls the flaps. It's an hydraulic jack and has a piston in the middle and two rods coming out either side of the cylinder. If you put hydraulic pressure on the left hand side of the cylinder, it moves the piston to the right, and if you put hydraulic pressure on the right hand side, it moves the piston to the left. The piston travel is, we think, between 6 to 9 inches. You can see on this shot where the right hand torque tube comes through and is coupled to the shaft. It passes through the fuselage. On the left hand side the cover's on, but there is another torque tube there which goes to the left hand side flaps. At the moment outside the flaps are down. I spoke to Gerb about the flaps and he explained how they worked and we went through it. So the next video was taken in November 2019 with Gerb explaining everything.
It's what we call double acting, so the piston's in the middle and you've got a ram at each end, so might be. What happens is if this is the fuselage of the aeroplane and the jack is here and we introduce fluid at this end, the piston will be forced that way. Then you've got the torque tubes under which you've got the connecting rods. So if the ram is being forced that way, that tube will be moving from left to right. So what happens is, this is the torque tube, these are your connecting rods. So basically what's happening is that
it kind of lifts the rods up,
and then as those rods are pulled along like that, they're attached with swivels at this end to the flap, and and the flaps drawn up and retracted. To lower the flaps, the reverse is the case. You introduce fluid at this end of the jack. It acts on the piston, pushes the torque tube. Now the torque tube is going to move from inboard out along that way. And so this will happen.
Lowering the flaps.
Lowering the flaps. There you are. That's it.
That's it. Good.
Well done.
Yeah. And this side, when it...
They don't give it in linear measurement then, but they travel through an arc of, there you are, 56.5 degrees. From retracted to down.
Yeah. So...
If that's the trailing edge,
yeah,
and that's the flap, and we're looking span wise now, so
yeah.
This is the hinge, that's the trailing edge, so the degrees is that arc
I see, yeah.
it travels. So
yeah.
flaps fully down, 56.5 degrees.
Yeah.
If all or any of the flap has to come off, you might have to end up readjusting these links here.
Yeah.
And then also you have to adjust, if it's a different flap going on or a new piece, you've got that tie rod there with 2 lock nuts and you have to adjust that. So it's the combination of that and these connecting rods. They're adjustable at the bottom end.
Yeah. So but the only movement you can get on this is just between the ribs, that movement.
That whole tube will just move linear.
Yeah.
It's a linear movement.
Yeah, but the arms will be hit the ribs, won't they?
No. They don't go that far that they foul on any of the structure.
No, so we're looking round about what, perhaps 6 to 9 inch movement.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
It's very deceptive.
Yeah, it is.
It's not like watching an undercarriage retract where you've got a fairly long stroke jack.
Yeah. That last piece of video I've just shown you was taken in November 2019, and thanks for Gerb for explaining how the flaps worked. It's January the 1st 2021, so Happy New Year to everyone. I'll leave you with the last piece of video I took at East Kirkby on the 17th of December 2020 as I headed towards the hangar door. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye for now. So, heading out the door. It's the last time I'll visit in year 2020.